So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for the former 49er, Raheem Mostert. And some room to roam now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the back.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Play action. Garoppolo winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. You're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other. Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. A run with Mostert up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's got some space here. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey shifts by him. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here we go. 21.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The first carry for the North Texas man, it's Jeff Wilson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Here's Tua. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Ray McLeod. Yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 2.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert, and he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
2nd down, this is Wilson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On second down, Tua. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Touchdown! Mike Gesicki. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proved that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT. And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now Tua. Open man downfield is Hill. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Up the middle they go with Mostert.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Tua going to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's Byron Jones breaking up that play before it could really get started.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to pass. Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Samson Abukum. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 121 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. On 2nd and 9, Tua. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it, and the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back.
Here we go.
Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a give right side McCaffrey. He stiff arms him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco and a pickup of 16.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here we go.
Now the second-year man from Louisiana. Here's Elijah Mitchell. And the tackle by Kalen Barnes. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. And the grab by Croft. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run right side with Mostert. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 12, Tua getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here we go, here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. Finding room at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Touchdown, 49ers! Christian McCaffrey, 45 yards. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Tackled on the play by Tariq Castro-Fields.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Tua sets up to pass it. On the out route, he's got Mostert. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Okay, ready?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give. This is Wilson. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 34. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? to be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
On the set.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Another carry for Wilson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. A run with Mostert up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to perhaps salt this one away. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add onto their lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Garoppolo to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it in any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Ready, break. Ready, go.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Dolphins, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.